Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a review of the Funko Pop of the Iron Man Mark 43 from Avengers Age of Ultron. One of the things that I like that Funko is doing with their Avengers Age of Ultron line of pops is they're taking characters that we've already had plenty of pops of, and they're kind of doing new things with them to make them interesting if you're going to be rebuying them again. For example, Captain America and Iron Man are sculpted in a little more like curved, more dynamic poses. Captain America's outfit has, new color design to it. Thor's is considerably grayer instead of black like the Thor The Dark World line. And Hulk, has a new head sculpt, he has different pants. Iron Man's always going to look like a dude in a metal suit, so what I like that they did with this one is they added this whole lift takeoff element to it, and I think that's a really cool idea. Looking at the figure as a whole, I think it looks really cool and dynamic just standing there, but if we go in for a closer look, you'll notice there's some really good, clean work being done here as far as like the actual sculpted lines on his mask. It's a really good looking helmet, but the paint is really, really well done. You can see it follows the lines really well. I got nothing to complain about as far as the gold, the red, and the eyes go. But the overall shape of the helmet and all the little lines that went into it, really great work. But the actual body and the pose it's in, its little flight takeoff pose, really, really cool. I like seeing this pop with his hands down, palms open. You don't always see that. You see little clenched fists sometimes or other poses, but this is such a classic Iron Man pose. I really dig that they went with that. But if you take a really close look at the body here, there's some really great work being done as far as sculpting goes. You look at his stomach, his chest, all the little lines and angles being achieved here. This is some really good work from Funko. I even like just the different layers. I don't want to call them layers, but the surfaces, that kind of stack on top of each other. You look at his chest to his stomach to his crotch and where it meets the legs. All these different little levels, and I dig that. The gold paint on this is pretty good too. So is the black paint. Here's a look at his back. And I think the actual back looks really good too. If you go down and look at his feet, you can see the repulsor blast coming out of his hands and feet. And then the actual base itself, which, the blasts, come off as like a blue light in the films. Kind of looks like ice, like Iceman's blasting when you look at this pop. Especially with the fact that, parts of it are a little translucent here. It's not all, the bottom of the base is heavily painted blue. The blasts have a little clear element to them. But man, I like seeing his feet kind of pointing out at an angle instead of flat. Very rarely do you get to see pops in a floating position. There was the Slimer pop, and that was about it. But this one, I like that his feet are at an angle. This is a really unique sculpt, I think, for a really cool looking pop. Really cool approach for Iron Man. I think if you're an Iron Man fan, this is going to be a really cool standout on your pop collection shelf. If you have a shelf. I dig it. Thanks for watching.